Hello, and welcome back to another video. As you guys know, it's been a hot minute since I made a video, and I'm really sorry about that. I've been crazy busy with school, and this quarter was just kind of a lot. But I have been a little bit busy on the server. I added in the desert biome over here, and the yellow beacons, and I think this is looking pretty good. I had a hard time lighting it up. I have all these pockets all around with sea lanterns under there, and then for the ones up here, it's just a sea lantern with a birch pressure plate on top. I really had a hard time lighting this up because I wanted to find ways that I could hide it without making it too obvious while also actually lighting it up. And this is kind of the best thing I could come up with. It's not the best, you can kind of see the sea lanterns down there, but nothing's perfect, so I think this will definitely work. And now is the last segment over here. I decided I'm going to do this as a kind of a cherry forest, and the cherry forest is going to be a little bit different from the standard cherry forest. It's going to have all the cherry stuff, and then I kind of want to put a little pond right in here and then have it kind of flow down this way. And then I want these beacons to be covered in water, and I want them to be blue because that will make the green, yellow, red, and blue. So I think that'll work out really nicely and kind of complete these 4 sections. I've also been working on my sorting system. As you can see right now, it's running, and it actually works phenomenally. I did just die to a zombie, which is kind of the first thing I have to do, is light up this area because it spawns a whole bunch of mobs. My sorting system is completely done as far as putting in all the sorters. I don't have all the items I want to sort in there yet, but I have a rough layout, and I actually have all of the blocks I want to put in here laid out on a different test world, so I just got to put them all in. Like right here is the wart bricks to fill in the gap between those two, and a whole bunch of different ores. So I got to get all of those in place, but all the sorters are here, and it sorts all of these items right now, and the rest of them are just kind of blocked off. So as I get the blocks, I can fill it in, and it works great. All of the blocks go into this barrel right here, and they go up this water stream, over, around, down, and then they actually come back up over here and then go across and come back down and then loop through. But in the loop there is a singular hopper that actually makes sure that they don't just get lost in the system if it just continues to go around. So like it looks like this white concrete might not be being sorted correctly, so I'm going to grab all this and then make a sorter for it because it should be right down here, but I may not have actually connected it up. Oh, I never actually put it in. I have white concrete powder, but not the white concrete itself. So the white concrete I think should go right here. And I know that doesn't really make any sense compared to these right here, but it'll make sense once I get more of these in place. It's a whole system, and it's sorted by like color and all kinds of stuff, so I just have to get them all in place and then it'll make sense. So yeah, I just have a whole bunch of iron blocks named block, and then when I'm done with them, I just switch them back into iron and convert them back to an iron block, and then they're back to a normal iron block. Now that I'm back, what do I actually plan on doing in this episode? In this episode, I want to finish off this quadrant up here, and then I also want to get as many blocks as possible for this order. Priority number 1, though, is lighting up this quadrant, so I'm going to do that really quick. The plan here with lighting this area up is the same exact thing as this one over here. So I just put a whole bunch of moss in there, and then I covered up some of the sea lanterns with these carpets that naturally spawn with the moss, and so I'm going to just use that to make a nice lit up area. But instead of keeping all the green ones like I did over there, I'm going to keep all the pink azalea trees in this one and remove all the green ones and try to have a whole bunch more flowers. And if it doesn't make enough flowers naturally, I'll make some other flowers for the place. Right now, I just got to get all this moss in place and get all the sea lanterns in. So this is going to take a while. And while I'm working on this, I just want to talk a little bit about what I've been doing while I've been gone. So while I've been away, I've been working on my college classes a lot. They're a lot to do. It's a lot of CS stuff, which is computer science if you don't know. And in computer science, there's a lot of coding and things. And the main thing that I've been doing is going through different classes like OS and databases. And while I go through those classes, I work on my own projects. And one project that I recently did was a website I made called TypeSmart. So if you want to visit it, it's actually up. It's typesmart.com. And you can put that into your browser and it will come up with a nice typing website. It's a lot like Monkey Type, where you can type and it'll tell you your words per minute and your accuracy, along with a graph. If you log in, it'll give you a graph of all of your progress so far on how much better you've gotten at typing. And it was just a simple project that I wanted to work on to get a little bit better at programming and making my own projects, and I want to make bigger projects as I go along. I'm also working on another app that just helps me organize tasks and stuff, and that one's just like a basic starter project that a lot of people do, but I specifically wanted to do that one because I think it would give me a lot of good experience in doing all the different database stuff. But my classes have been going well so far, and I've been really enjoying them, so I'm really glad that I chose this major. If you do end up going to my typing website and trying it out, I'd really appreciate that, and I want to hear your feedback on it. I think it's pretty nice, but you might have some opinions on the fonts or all the different things or the different lengths that you can do for time and for words. So let me know down in the comments if you go and check out the website and what you think of it. I'm still working on it, so it's not completely done. Right now it's just a work in progress, but I wanted to get something up to show that I do have projects that I'm working on. One of the next big projects that I want to work on is actually a Minecraft clone, because I think Minecraft is a great game to learn how to code. That's kind of my future plans in the CS field right now, is to start developing my own kind of games just to get a little bit of experience with it. Nothing major. They're not going to be like AAA games, or they're not even going to really be like full games probably. I probably won't ever release them, but they're just for practice, because I think practicing is the best way to get good at something. After putting a little bit more work into it, I got it all lit up and I got all these petals in place, so I think it's looking really nice. I also decided to add this nice little pond in the middle with one sea lantern to light the whole thing up, and then it flows all the way down over the beacons here. Now I just need to get the blue glass over these beacons so that we have the blue beacon beams going into the sky, and then I think this will look really nice with all 5 of those colors going up. And I have to get all of the cherry blossom trees in place here, but after that, that'll be the 4th quadrant done, and I think I'm going to be really happy with all 4 of them. And now, for the big reveal of the 4th quadrant, the cherry blossom forest. Here it is. So what it looks like, I think it looks really nice actually. The trees are still kind of growing in, but they are mostly here, and it looks really amazing when you're walking through it. Like, this is probably the best cherry forest ever. So you walk through, and then there's this nice pond. All the cherry blossoms start to fall. I decided to add some axolotls in here with some greenery. It looks super nice. You can follow it all the way down. The beacons are now blue, and I even got some bees in here. I got really lucky, and this tree actually spawned with these bees. So they come out during the day, and they go and harvest the flowers. So overall, I think that this quadrant is quite amazing. I'm really happy with it. I don't think I could have asked for it to turn out any better. So now that this is done, all 4 are done. So let's look at them all now. With all the beacons going up, that looks awesome with all the different colors. But here are the 4 quadrants. We got the nether quadrant, the first one I did, then the spruce one, and the desert one, and lastly the cherry blossom quadrant. Wow, this thing's really coming together now. This centerpiece of the base is looking awesome. And I did forget to mention something that I did in between episodes. I did a little bit down at the bottom of the base, but before we go and look at that, let's just admire this awesome top section with the 324 sorters, all of the villagers in there. I'm still working on getting all those in. And the 4 different sections. They look awesome. I'm really happy with how this turned out. And if we plunge all the way down to the bottom, I added some rings down here. Nothing much. But I think it adds to the whole sphere aspect of the mega base. I might continue to add more, but right now I'm pretty happy with how many I have. It just goes to where the first layer is kind of curved up, and I think it really just adds that nice solid base to the build. Now, the next thing that I want to do is actually fill in a whole bunch of these sorters. Right now, the colored section, which is this whole area here, is just completely lacking. I have none of the colors in here, and I want to fill them all in, or try to get as many as possible, because I think I have almost all of the dyes now, so I can fill in basically everything from here all the way down to at least the stained terracotta. So that should cover a lot of this section. And then I have a few miscellaneous blocks, like a purple pillar that I need to put right here, and down here I think I have everything except for the colors on this side actually. And over here on this other half of it, I have to get a few more deep slate and basalt blocks. I have to get those nether wart bricks again, a whole bunch of bricks, and then I think that these are mud blocks. I don't have any mud blocks so far, so I gotta get all those. and all of the different ores. The hardest one is I only have one deep slate coal, and it took me like a half an hour to find just this one, so it doesn't actually sort them yet, and I don't think it really ever will. Like, it'll never get to this chest because there's no way I'm going to get like 45 deep slate coal, but I do want to at least get that sorter working just in case I do ever put some in the system. So I got to get all those, and then red sand, sandstone, stuff like that. I just got to fill in as many of these as I can. But we're going to start with all the different colored blocks. First things first, to get all the colored blocks, I need to get all of the base blocks, which is concrete, which is made from gravel, and I probably don't need that much, and sand. So I got those, and then I also need to get a whole bunch of glass, which is on the other side. And the last block that I need is terracotta, and I don't think I really have any of that, so I'm going to have to take a quick trip to the desert to get a whole bunch of terracotta, because right now, I at least don't have any in the sorting system because it's supposed to go right here, and obviously it's not there. So maybe I'll have some in my other base. I'll go check, and if I can't find it there, then I'll go to a Badlands and get as much as I can from there. So I think I'm headed in the right direction, going this way toward that Badlands biome, but I did find this mangrove swamp, so I'm going to collect a whole bunch of this mud so that I can use this in my sorting system as well, because I need this too. I'm just getting back from the Badlands, and I got, I think, just about everything I need, actually, to fill out the entire sorting system. So I got a whole bunch of stuff. I'll show you everything I got here really quick. That is not the right shulker box. That just has bread in it. It is this one, and I think that's it. So got a whole bunch of regular terracotta here, whole bunch of mud, all the glass I need, and then I got a whole bunch of different colors of terracotta that spawn naturally in the Badlands, so those will really help out. And then I got a whole bunch of red sand to make red sandstone and stuff like that. And I actually found a cave that had some nice ores in it that I think should fill out a lot of this stuff, and ice here is one of the last things I need on this side, so I'll put that into place right now. It actually goes next to the packed ice, but I'm going to use a packed ice to represent it, otherwise it'll melt and just kind of ruin everything. So I'll just have to remember that that one's actually regular ice and not packed ice. But I can put this in there, and now we have regular ice in this order. So now I just got to get all these other things in, like the deep slate copper. I think I already have both of those. I have some redstone here for the regular redstone ore and regular gold ore. So I'll get those into place as well, and then I will start making all the colored versions of the terracotta, the concrete, and the glass, so that I can put all of those in as well. And I think I also have to collect some wool because I have wool in all of these too, so I'll go get that really quick and get those in place. I've got everything laid out now, and it's looking really good. I got all the dyes except for brown, so I'm just not going to worry about brown right now. That's a whole nother deal because I got to go find cocoa beans in a jungle, and I don't even know where a jungle is near me, so I'm not even going to try to find that. But I'm going to get the rest of them in place so I have all of the different wools and gravel and sand for the concretes and the glass and the terracotta, so I'm ready to dye everything I need to. And then, as I'm dyeing it, I'll just use all these and put them into here in the order they're supposed to go into the sorters. And I already have some of these, obviously, but I will be getting all of them again just to make sure I have everything, and I don't have to worry about it then. So I'm going to do that really quick, and then the whole sorter, or at least the colored section of the sorter, should be done. After traveling around the world a whole bunch more, I got everything in place in this row. I got the tinted glass, which was a little bit of a struggle because I couldn't find an amethyst geode, but I eventually found one. I got that in place, and I got all the browns, as you can see. So now I have all of the colors on this side. This entire side is done, and this side is done except for a single purple pillar, but I don't want to have to go to the end right now, and I don't have any chorus fruit that I know of, so I'm just not going to worry about that one block in this one right now because I'm also not going to use that block really ever. And then on this side I just have nether warts. And over here I have all these ores and the diamond blocks and stuff, and a couple of redstone components. But besides that, this sorting system is complete. I don't really have to do anything more to it. Like, I'll add these in as I get them, but who knows when I'll get emerald ore. So I'm not really going to worry about that ever. Maybe I'll go and get it eventually, but right now I'm not going to worry about it. So that is this entire top part just about complete, besides the villagers, and those just take forever, so I'm also not worrying about those right now. And I'm really happy with how this thing's turning out. I think it looks amazing. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, what you think of it. But this is a good spot to end the video, I think. So I want to thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Hopefully it's sooner.